How to Train a Superhero, A Story of Autism by Teresia Dulaney.
Hello everyone, I'm Teresia Dulaney, author of How to Train a Superhero, A Story of Autism. I'm the mother of two sons on the autism spectrum. This book was written to encourage all parents, not just those facing autism. It's full of stories about our challenges and triumphs in the life of autism. Stories that will make you laugh, cry, and encourage you. I'd like to share one of my stories with you now. It's called Poo Poo Picasso. Both my children have taught me so much on our journey. Their challenges brought to my attention so many little things in life that we take for granted. When you think about how our bodies are designed and how much our sensory system processes things when we aren't even paying attention to it, I wonder how anyone can argue against a living God who created us. It has also been fascinating to realize why my sons do some of the things they do or say some of the things that they say. It's like solving a puzzle every day. I can see things through their eyes that I begin to find ways to help them be the best they can be. This is why I am eternally grateful to Temple Grandin for sharing her story in her books. Without that, I would not have been able to understand my children the way I do now. When Tommy was a toddler, we went through so many daily dramas. He was in constant motion, so keeping up with him was a bit of a challenge. His sensory dysfunctions meant that life sometimes got interesting. One day at home, I discovered that he had a very smelly diaper blowout. We are talking major diarrhea. He had poo all over his hands and feet, and I thought I was going to be sick as I got him cleaned up. For times like these, you just draw some soapy water in the bath, throw out the diaper and the clothes, and put him in the tub. We had poo-poo prints all the way down the dark hallway to clean up as well. The whole time I was fussing and complaining while I frantically tried to clean him up as well as everything else he had come in contact with. An hour later, once I had everything cleaned up, I thought, I'm going to be smelling this all day. It's like when you just can't get that taste out of your mouth. I just couldn't get that smell out of my nostrils. As the evening went on, I really couldn't get that smell out of my nose. I finally realized that it was especially strong when I walked down the hallway, so I thought it was because that was where the bathroom was. However, I did spray some room freshener, so I thought it should have been clearing up long before now. I decided to turn the hall light on to see if maybe I missed some spots in the carpet since there wasn't a lot of natural light in the hallway. Boy, did I ever miss spots. I discovered that my poo-poo Picasso had been digging it out of his diaper and painted the whole hallway wall with it. Now I was really sick. How could he do that? I wasn't sure what sensory input he was getting from that whole thing, but it did explain why he had it on his hands. Tommy has always been very observant and paid attention to details. He is like a sponge, just taking it all in silently. As his comprehension increased over the years, he is able to learn more and more from his keen awareness of his environment and conversations around him. My first recollection of this was when he was about 4 years old. He watched a lot of TV at nighttime while I was trying to sleep on the couch. I'm sure he had seen a lot of commercials for Toys R Us. One day he was watching TV. I noticed that he was very focused on getting out of the house. We had placed deadbolt locks high on the doors as a precaution to avoid him getting out of the house in the middle of the night. Regardless of how many times I tried to redirect him, he insisted on going out the front door. I couldn't imagine what it was he wanted to do so badly, so I decided to let him out to see what it was he wanted to do. He headed straight for the car like he was going somewhere. Now I was really curious. We got in the car and I pulled out of the driveway. As we approached each stop sign, I asked him which way he wanted to go. He pointed in the direction and I followed his lead. Guess where we ended up? Yep, Toys R Us. I was amazed that he would even remember the way to get there. Not only that, we went into the store and I followed him right to the item that he was looking for. It was like he knew exactly where it was, right down to the aisle and the shelf that it was on. The only explanation I can come up with is that he just observes everything and pays attention to the little details. The combination of commercials, previous visits to the store, and his attention to details allowed him to seek out the toy he wanted. So I just want to close today by saying that there are over 200,000 cases of autism diagnosed every year. No doubt that we are all directly or indirectly affected by autism. It's important for all of us to educate ourselves to recognize the signs so that we can be a positive influence when we come in contact with them in our communities. So we are trying to help Tommy build his Tommy Man brand, and you will learn all about that on our blogging website, OurSuperheroLife.com, where you can purchase an autograph book, some Tommy Man products, and some other items that we have in our online store. We hope that you will want to read our story and share in our superhero life and help us to build our Tommy Man brand by helping us get the word out. I'm available for speaking engagements, and we do book signings, and we're hoping to get a TV or radio interview one day. And so anyways, we invite you to read our story, and we just wish you well and have a great day.
The Tommy Man story, told on the 2021 calendar, on sale now at OurSuperheroLife.com.